Hello, Facebook fans and YouTube fans of DX Engineering. It's Thursday afternoon here in the Eastern Time Zone of the USA. It's 1830 Zulu, July 22nd, 2021, and this is the DX Engineering Manufacturers Showcase. This is a show where we bring on manufacturers of products that DX Engineering sells, and we talk about them, and we allow you to ask questions. Put your questions in the chat. And if you would, keep your questions to ECG and NTE. And I'd like to welcome Dave Walker from NTE ECG. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Tim. How are you?
Good, good. Dave, why don't you show us some of the equipment and some of the parts that are available at DX Engineering from ECG NTE.
I want to first talk about the soldering iron line that we offer.
Okay.
The two names you'll find in the NTE line, NTE products as well as the ECG products. And the ECG came from our acquisition of Philips ECG back in, I think it was 2001. Let me get to this share screen window. This is our soldering iron line. Now, not everything that's in this brochure is carried by DX Engineering. But when we acquired ECG products, we acquired the soldering iron line, which has already had a well-known name. It's a very, very good quality, yet it's a budget-priced product line. You carry some of our butane irons, you carry some of our corded irons, and of course, you also carry some of our heat gun products. Our soldering stations, as you can see as I scroll through, hopefully I'm not going too fast. And then our heat gun products. This small heat gun here is one of our best sellers that you offer, and
right.
You have it packaged with a heat shrink assortment kit. Sells extremely well. It's a high quality little iron. Can fit nicely in a little toolbox, packed away easily. It's easy to use and it works very, very well.
Yeah, why don't you scroll again and maybe a little slower, Dave, because there's so many great products there.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Went too fast for you. The first section here are the butane-powered irons. You carry you carry our most popular of these products. Certainly, they're all available, but you carry the popular items that we offer. The major problem with a lot of the butane irons out in the marketplace is they leak. Ours do not leak. They maintain a good quality heat. It's consistent heat. It's consistent to the wattage that's recommended. That's on the label for it. You'll see some micro torches. You'll see some specialty products. You'll see some kits. And there's more of the detailed items. And then you get into the corded irons that we also offer. We start off at 12 watt. We have 25 watt, 40 watt, 60 watt, adjustable wattage, and then of course we have the heat gun. And these are all very, very high quality. The UL approved, NCL approved. They won't break down. There's tips available for them when the tips wear out. There's other configurations of tips available. And you'll see as you scroll down.
Yeah, so Dave, let's talk about this soldering station here. This is an analog soldering station.
Oops. Let me get over here.
Do you see that?
Yes, yes.
Yes. So this is really nice. Looks like it's high quality, nice cord. And what do you know the temperature range?
On that one, let's see. I think I have that one here.
Oh, there it is. It's 75 watts.
Yeah, it's 75 watt. That's
gets up to 842 degrees.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. And you have soldering guns too.
Yes. We have just the one soldering gun that you can see there in the picture. It's a real high quality. It's a dual wattage. It's very, very high quality. There's a lot of them on the market that are not so high quality, but that happens to be a good one. And we have tips available to them. Yeah,
I got to ask you a question, Dave. Will the Weller tips work in these?
No, no, they won't.
They won't. Okay.
No, they're proprietary to
right. Okay. And you know, for $43, that's pretty good.
That's a real good price for a soldering gun. Yeah.
That is really, quite good. Let's see here. We got here's a fancy soldering station for surface mount, right?
Well, not only for surface mount, for more intricate soldering.
Right.
You know, some of the smaller connectors, especially microphone connectors, you want a really nice, precise little little iron like this.
Yeah.
And that one works very well because it's adjustable. It's digital display too, so you can, you can dial in whatever temperature you want on it, and it's very stable, and it's SSD safe. So.
Yep. No, that's really, really nice. Let's see what else you guys have here. More soldering tools, the butane refills. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
We talked about the heat guns. How about these multimeters?
That's another product line that NTE acquired from ECG when they acquired the ECG line, and until recently it was never revamped. It's like a pull-up one that you carry from us. It's the DM850. Do you show it there from us? I believe it's. Let me pull up my PDF if that's okay. It's whoop, you passed it. It's back the other way. Right there, that one there, the very far one on the left.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. For $15, I want to tell you about this little meter. It's a great meter to take with you in the car, in the toolbox. Is it highly accurate? Is it true RMS? No. However, it does have audible continuity. It's got backlight. It's got this data hold button. It's fuse protected. It's got a little boot to it. This is a great little meter, and you can't beat the price. $15 for that.
$15. That's incredible.
Oh yeah, I have one that I've carried in my toolbox, Tim, for over a year and a half, and I abuse it, and it still works great.
And of course, more soldering tools here, contact cleaners.
Yes.
Digital thermometer. Really, really nice. And let's take a look now, Dave. So all I did was put ECG in the search.
Sure.
Let's take a look at the NTE line. And well, these are handy. The
clip leads, yes. And our clip leads happen to be very nice ones because the alligator clips don't just fall off like some of them out there in the market. It's a little bit heavier gauge. They're always consistent too. That's a great little item for the toolbox.
Look! I mean, $10.
I know, you can't beat it. You can't beat it. Yeah.
Really cool. Let's see what else we got here in NTE. Oh, fuses. You know, those are always handy, and the barrier strips. And I have a whole wall in my lab here. I have all of the electronic parts kits, and I see they're due in here the first week in August. But
yes,
these are beautiful.
Oh, those are great kits, great assortment kits. It's the nice thing about the kit when you reorder and you refill, it's going to be consistent. It's going to be the same size product. It's not going to be just surplus components that go in those. It's a very consistent components. That's where NTE actually started, with selling components. Yeah, I don't know if you're aware of that.
Right, right. Yeah, this is just really, really nice. And I see there's a well, that's DX Engineering. So let's go to back to the NTE, and you have some USB AC adapters.
Yes, a little bit of everything.
And yeah, a little bit of everything. Fuse holders, and really nice products. And I think what we're doing is we're constantly adding more and more of the NTE ECG line, because there's a lot of stuff you guys have.
Oh, I mean, it's a tremendous amount of stuff. You can't add everything. So what we started with, Tim, were the popular items that we knew you had previous calls for in the past, and that's what we're starting. And like you said, we're slowly adding some other products to the product mix.
So let's Dave, let's take some of the questions in the chat here.
Sure.
Let's see. K8 Mike Papa says, I just fixed my amplifier with NTE relays. So he's got some here. your
Thank you.
relay.
Yes.
And let's see, Dave England says, what temperature should I set for most of the soldering? Dave, do you have a recommended temperature?
Well, if it depends on what you're doing. If it's there's not really a recommended temperature because it depends on what you're doing. If you're doing heavy duty soldering, you want a higher temperature. Of course, if you're doing intricate soldering on a circuit board, smaller components, you want lighter temperature. You don't want to burn the circuit board. I go by wattage more than temperature. A 25 watt is really a good middle of the road for a lot of the soldering applications.
Yeah,
it's hard. And when you're putting things together, a lot of manufacturers will recommend a temperature for soldering.
And you have several soldering stations that allow you to vary the temperature.
The temperature and the wattage both, yes. Yeah.
Right. And Tim K5TGS, who is one of our is on our sales team and our technical team, he says he's used the HD 300 heat gun for a long time. What a great item! And so, Tim, Guy, thank you very much.
Yeah,
and let's see here. Dan, WA4 Mike Oscar Mike says, hello, Dave and Tim. You have a nice size soldering gun for doing antenna work. You have to have one if you're going to do antenna work. And how many watts is that gun, Dan or Dave?
Let me look at the spec sheet offhand.
It's 300.
I'll tell you, it's switchable between 140 and 100 watts. So it heats up to 950 degrees.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
And John says those NTE boxes are awesome. And Dave says, how about the heat gun temperature? I'm never sure how high to turn that up for heat shrink. Well, you would use, to me, it would be the lowest temperature that gets the heat shrink to shrink.
That's really the rule of thumb. It's like a lot of times you're out in the field, you use a little butane lighter,
right.
And you don't put the flame right on the heat shrink. You back it away until it slowly starts shrinking. So again, it's the lowest heat that you can and make it shrink. Right.
And Bob the Traveler says, what about solder? I believe solder, Bob, we carry another line for solder. I don't believe we have ECG. We have Kester solder.
You get the Kester pocket packs through NTE.
Right.
That's an item that we actually produce at the NTE factory in New Jersey. And it does NTE, of course, on the packaging. Very good solder, yes.
Right. So yeah, that's the solder we use to assemble all the DX Engineering products. And of course, I have that on hand here as well. Dave, are you thinking about anything new, or is there anything new that DX Engineering should start carrying?
Well, we're looking at a couple things right now. The one thing, we have a new meter that's came out. And let me pull this up on the screen for you. Window. Share. This meter here, it's the DM817. Can you see this okay?
Yes.
This is a newer meter for us. It's a little bit, it's not a $15 meter. It's more in the under $50 price range. But it is auto ranging. In other words, you just set it to the proper scale you want, whether it be voltage, current, or resistance scale. And it's also true RMS. So for AC and amps and voltage regulation, or for measurement, it's a lot more accurate as far as that's concerned. Nice big digits, and it's got full 9 functions. This is one we're looking at right now. I'm talking to you right now. We just got them in stock not long ago.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll be getting them loaded into the website and and see if we can sell those. Well, Dave, we're done with the questions. I want to thank you for coming on today. This was really good, and we look forward to having you on again. We're going to add some more NTE ECG products to the line, and make sure that we keep on giving our customers the best products that you guys have. So thanks again, Dave.
Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it, Tim.
All right, take care. And tomorrow, Friday, will be the weekend special, and that's at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, 20 Zulu. We'll see you then. We got lots of antenna pictures. Until then, 73 from DX Engineering.